Alright, what's going on, YouTubers? This is going to be part 4 to being a responsible G. Anyways, as I was talking about DMT, how it's illegal for you to have. But before that, I was talking about the Tribe of Light, you know, and 186,400 of them are in the Tribe of Light, camped at the east to the right. You know, that's directing you to the right hemisphere of the brain. I forgot to add that in. That's the Ark of the fucking Covenant, baby. You know, like I said, when you understand what the fuck you're looking for, you're gonna see it. You know, and that arc is gonna be an arc. You know, through that corpus callosum. You know, that bundle of nerves that connects the right and left hemisphere of your brain together. And musicians and people who are creative, that bundle of nerves is a lot bigger, and that's why they're so creative, because they're tapped into that, you know, that frequency more than everybody else is. Okay, and everybody has it. Okay, everybody has this. That's what Yeshua, Christ, Jehovah, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I don't know. I think Jehovah was actually check out. Damn, Jeff Doherty, the the Christian whistleblower. Jeff Doherty, the Christian whistleblower. He has a lot of information, and he calls Yahweh rat bastard. But he's done a lot of research on things. But anyways, that's the Ark of the Covenant. Is the that, you know, arc into, you know, when you're in meditation, arc into the right hemisphere, and that's the Tribe of Light. You know what I mean? Camped at the east to the right. When you're facing north, the east is towards the right. You know, it's all the right hand of God. um, let's see. I've gotten to the pineal gland there. Let's see. Yeah, the court ruled. There's a church that the court ruled that you couldn't use DMT. I don't. I think they may have ruled that you could use it if you're going to that church, possibly. I'm not sure. Um, let's see. You are the angle of light. As you become involved with the affairs of the physical body, okay, and the coronal mind, that's when you start to deteriorate. Deteriorate. Okay, so like I said, we're, as I said earlier, we're so hung up on the body, how you look, how you smell, how you feel, you know, what your clothes, you know, if you're, you know, looking fresh and every fucking thing, you know. But that's when it starts to deteriorate more and more and more. Okay, the more you get consumed with the body. Okay, so that's what you gotta fucking stop doing. All of us. We're all stuck on fucking stupid, okay? You know, a guy commented thinking that I think I know more than everybody else. No, I don't. But I have an enormous amount of knowledge. Okay? I don't think I know more than anybody. There's a lot more people out there that, well, we all have the same fucking knowledge. It's all locked within inside us, first off, okay? Some people have done an enormous amount of research and have been able to unlock it. Okay? That's what's happened. They focused their fucking frequency in another direction, you know, because, you know, since everything's so fucked up, that's why it's so fucked up, to get us to start looking someplace else, you know what I mean? And see what the hell, you know. It's possible we're gods in training, you know what I mean? And until you go through all this shitstorm down here, you can't be a responsible God, because you know you haven't experienced enough suffering to know what not to do to other people. I mean, just think about it. If you got released all your God power and you threw a little temper tantrum, then you know how much shit would you destroy? You know, because you got pissed off all the fucking time. So you know it may be that you know nothing's in control of this. Like I said, I don't fucking have all the answers. Okay, but I know shit's not the way it's supposed to fucking be. I know everybody's reading the Bible improperly. Okay, because I have done an enormous amount of research to fucking, you know, look at this shit as well as, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of other people. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of people that know what I know. I don't hold myself any higher than anybody else. Okay, and if I come across that way, that's your hang-ups in yourself. Okay, that's not me. That's your own problems within yourself, and that's, you know, like one of those things I said in my earlier videos. You know, most of the time, people, when they're hearing the truth, they pick out something they don't like, the way the guy looks, you know, what his shirt said, you know, um, what he was wearing, you know, how he talked, you know, what he sounded like, you know. He had two different color fucking socks on, you know what I mean? You're more concentrated on what he looks like and what he's wearing than you are what he's talking about. You know, and that's what we do is we get hung up on, you know, shit like that, and you know, that's where we get all fucked up. Okay? Because we're concentrating on the wrong fucking thing instead of listening to what's being said, and then we're making a bad decision because, you know, we're having a bad feeling about him now over one of these items that we chose to you know, concentrate on versus what the gentleman or lady was, you know, speaking about. So, you know, just be aware of that when you're fucking doing shit. Okay? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Try to get the light right. It's dark outside now, so I can't be outside. You know, it's too dark to do a video. Anyways, lost my fucking train of thought there. Um, oh yeah, so pay attention to not concentrating on what the person looks like or what they sound like or I cuss too much or, you know, none of that. You know, I cuss like this and I speak like this because I'm fed up. I have a little girl and I don't want her to grow up in the same situation that the rest of us have. Okay, and I know I probably come off crazy to most people, you know, but that's the way this information is designed. It's designed to make you look fucking crazy. That way nobody will believe you when you talk about it, okay? They won't pay you any mind. They'll think you're crazy. Just like when the flat earth in school, when I questioned the shit out of it and everybody in the class was like, when I'd ask a question to the teacher, and then they'd be like, yeah, what do you got to say about that? And then she'd say gravity. Okay. I'd ask a question. Gravity. You know, it was always gravity was a magic genie in a bottle. Anyways, I ended up in special ed class right after that because they didn't want me fucking talking. So what's the best way to keep somebody, make somebody look stupid and to where nobody will listen to them? Well, let's put them in a special class to make everybody think that they're stupid, and that way they won't listen to anything that they say because they ride the little bus to school. Okay? Like I said, you know, this is designed to keep us enslaved, okay? That's what I do fucking see. You know, I don't see this as a learning program, and that's why I think something has hacked it or, you know, something else, you know, took over or something went wrong here, okay? Because you all know everything's fucking wrong here. Everything seems backwards here. Well, it doesn't seem backwards. It is fucking backwards. You know, just start looking at and thinking about it. Start turning these words around. Every word that you say, I want you to break down in syllables. You know, like apartment. You know, apartment. We know apart means to separate, and ment means mind in Latin. Okay? Mente. Okay? So, you're separating the mind when you live in an apartment. You know what I mean? And that's a shit, you know? Like I said, just break down every word with the syllables. Take the first letter at the end and move it in the front, you know, and switch the fucking, like, word or words. You know, you take the S and move it in front. Now you have sword. Okay? Because these words are fucking swords and they're cutting us to fucking pieces because they're spells and frequencies. And, you know, all the organs in your body have a fucking frequency too, people. Okay? This is how fucking deep this shit is. And we don't know any of this information, you know, information, you know, so, and nothing's information within us because we don't understand any of this stuff. We're too distracted with being a silly human fucking slave, and we don't have time to do the enormous amount of research and schooling that it takes to fucking gain all this knowledge. And I'm not talking about schooling in the indoctrinated school system, okay? You know, like I said, you have to dabble into every fucking area to fucking get the answers to this shit, okay? I'm serious. This is deep. It's very deep, people. Okay? You know, like the word human, you know, in Black's Law Dictionary means monster, you know. It says sea monster, you know. And you can't own property or own anything. And, you know, check into that legal fiction, legal corporate fiction bullshit, you know. Can't think of a name drop right now for that. But just type in the corporate fiction, and you know you'll see what you really are. You're a fucking human resource. That's why they have human resources, because that's what the fuck you are. You know, you're a fucking battery. You get shit done. You know what I mean? And stay enslaved, and you don't have any of the spiritual knowledge, and we're so busy on a technological level that, you know, we're not fucking getting anything accomplished because, you know, we're so worried about the next fucking iPhone or the next fucking, you know, this, that, or other, you know, or outdoing our neighbor, you know, because he just got something, you know, and we want to one-up him, you know. It's about cooperating, not one-upping, you know. I build something, you come along, put your spin on it. That's why your fingerprint's different. I said that, yeah. Yeah, mine are black because I'm always capping the bowl, if you guys wondering why my finger is black. Okay? Because I'm always capping the fucking bowl with it when I'm smoking, so it's not burning my weed up. Anyways, lost my train of thought because of that. Saw it in the camera. That's why I thought I'd say something about that, because I saw it once before. Anyways, in case you were wondering about that, I just thought I'd throw that out there anyways. Let's see. And like I said, the more you get, where I left off was, the more you get consumed with how you look, and you know, everything else with the human body and all this other shit, what you're wearing and everything, the more you deteriorate your fucking your light and your frequency into the lower and lower consciousness, basically. Okay, so let's see. And then we're all fallen, you know, we're all fallen angels, okay, of light. Angles of light, though, okay, because we are so consumed with the physical, and that's what happened, and that's why things are the way they are, okay, plain and simple. And that's why we're all so far from the truth, you know, because we're so consumed with everything else, okay? A television program telling you a lie with the vision of programming you at the same time. Let's see. You know, the Father put a blueprint in the sky so we wouldn't get fucking lost, and He told you to follow it, you know, but we're not following it, okay? Where the Father said to look, you know, there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint in your head, okay? That matches the one in the fucking sky, as above, so below, like I keep saying. And the Bible tells you that, tells you how to read them, those blueprints, okay? It says, can you bind the sweet influence of the Pleiades? Okay, it's talking about the constellations now. And can you bind the sweet influence of the Pleiades? Right offhand, I'd have to look into it more, but allegorically, right offhand, I would say, can you bind the sweet influence? Can you not go within the temptation, and can you succumb from the temptations and all this whole buffet of fucked upness out here that they want you to have all you can eat, so your frequency gets dropped down low, so you'll be a silly human slave, you know? So can you bind that and not do it? Okay, that's in the Bible. Okay, let's see. Can you bind the sweet influence of the Pleiades? Okay. Can you loosen the bands of Orion? Okay. Can thou bring forth the shit? I have to get my magnifying glass out here because I wrote small here. Let's see here. Oh, can you bring forth the Mazzaroth in his seasons? Okay. That's talking about the constellations again up there. Can you bring forth the Mazzaroth in its seasons? Meaning, when you're up into your higher consciousness, are you going to be able to activate and be able to handle what the fuck's going on, and be able to, and this is just offhand, okay? So, if I'm off a little bit on that, I'm just shooting from the hip here and what's coming to mind, okay, at the time. I haven't researched into this a whole lot. I'm just using all these allegories and throwing all these out here and these scriptures out here, that people want to take, where it's talking about the demon with 7 heads and 10 horns and all that fucking shit and everything else, you know what I mean? So, I just want to show you this shit's all allegory, okay? Okay, can you loosen the bands of Orion? I would suggest that would be, I've said that before, the Mazzaroth. Um, can you loosen the bands of Orion? I would suggest that would be the chakras, opening the 7 seals, David, the king, the lion, the Leo, is the one, the tribe of Judah is the one who's gonna fucking set the fucking, uh, is the one who has the power to open the seals, okay? Like I said, so I would suggest that loosening the bands of Orion means, are you able to, in meditation, are you able to, go through your chakra system and handle that frequency and, get there, basically? And do you have the determination to do what's proper for the benefit of all? Okay. Let's see. In Luke 21:28, it says, "Look up, your redemption draws near." I'm telling you to fucking, concentrate on your pineal gland. Look up at it. Concentrate. It's in between your eyes. It's right about here, but in the center of your fucking head. Okay? Right about here, but in the center of your head. If you understand what I mean by that. Right here's the location, centered here and centered here, in between the skull on the inside. Okay? So, you need to, focus your eyes towards it and up at it. Okay? And it's difficult to do. In fact, I seen a video with a guy doing eye exercises, looking up, down, left, right, doing his eyes in circles, looking around, up, left, right, down, diagonal, and then holding a piece of paper with writing on it and keep going back and forth like that and forcing himself to focus on it no matter how close it got, and he quit wearing glasses. He used to wear glasses, and because he kept doing his eyes, and I heard research where the eye is kind of grows like a fingernail, and as it grows, it's harder for the muscles in there to, control it now, and that's why your vision starts to go and stuff. One of the reasons, anyways. So by doing this exercise, you're strengthening the muscles because you don't normally move your eyes like that. You're just looking around left and right. And most of the time you move your head for the most part when you hear something or whatever, because that's one of our senses. So we hear something and our eyes just go that way at the same time. So we're not using our eyes to focus. Anyways, getting off track here. Kind of. Well, it says look up. Not really, but let's see. And you are a photon. You're a photon in training. So like I said, you're a god in training, basically, and you have to go through all this shit in order to be a responsible god, possibly. And I'm just throwing the suggestion out here. It may not be that way, But like I said, off the bullshit stories we've been told, I'd suggest this is more along the lines of that. If we're created in the image of God to its likeness, you know. Like I said, they divided the language up long ago. Why did they do that? Because when we all speak one language, there's more cooperation between us because we don't have any confusion of the language. Just like math. We've never went to war over a math problem ever in history because 2 plus 2 is 4 no matter what the fuck language you're in. Okay? So you don't have that confusion because it's a universal language, mathematics. Okay? So that shows you that something fucking happened, fucked up here. Why would they divide the language? Oh, look what they've done down there. They have all become one people. Oh, what do you mean? We're all cooperating to figure out what enslavement that we're in? And we're trying to get out of it, and you're like, oh shit, let's go down there and divide up their language so they fucking remain silly human slaves. So, I'm just saying, that's what I think the Tower of Babel is about. I did another video on that. So, you are a photon in training, and as the universe moves along the electromagnetics, that affects your consciousness basically, okay? And that's why if you're not in the right frequency when all this stuff comes about, then your life's going to be a lot more miserable because you're not in frequency within you. So, you know, this frequency that's, you know, as above, so below, that's all around you now is going to damage your temple because you haven't been, you know, purifying the temple and building the temple, you know, in meditation and by eating properly and drinking that pure water, okay? Let's see. Learn to harmonize with it and meditate. If you learn to harmonize and meditate, you'll raise your consciousness and things will be easier for you, okay? It's all about electromagnetics, okay? That's what you are inside you, okay? And that's what's going on in the universe, okay? And it's what the Bible is trying to explain to you, how it all works, basically. Okay, that's what the Bible's trying to tell you is how it all works, okay? So, like I said, it took me a lot of information to get where I'm at, people. It took an enormous amount of research to get to where I'm at. And a lot of other people have done even way more research than I have. You know what I mean? Some people have spent their entire lives on one area of research, one area of this research, you know? So they understood how it worked, and, you know, that's where I've gotten a lot of my information. Guys who have spent their entire life dedicated to one fucking area, you know? But I didn't get hung up in one area like they did. I understood it, moved the fuck on, grabbed something else. Move the fuck on. Understood it, grab something else. Understood it, grab something else, you know, and I figured out how it all worked, you know, enough to start putting all the pieces together. And like I said, if you get on the start climbing this mountain, you're going to see it for yourself. You're not going to have to listen to some asshole like me on a fucking video and pick out something I said or something else about me that you don't fucking like to talk some shit about me on my channel or on some other channel or make a video about talking shit about me or whatever. Like I said, I don't care. And hey, you guys, I appreciate you guys who do appreciate this message. If you share my videos with other people and get it out there, because like I said, people don't like me because of I tell the truth. So, you know, it's when you tell the truth, you don't influence friends and win people over very well. So, anyways, where are we at? Let's see. Anyways, it's all about electromagnetics. The Bible's trying to explain this to you, how it all works, and will work with you instead of against you. Okay? It tells you how it's going to work with you instead of against you if you fucking just get it right. Because you're not in sync with your environment and the universe, and that's why we you know, can't fight, fuck, or figure it out. You know, we're doing a lot of fighting and fucking, but no figuring, okay? Well, there's a lot of us that are figuring and getting off our asses, but anyways, you're out, you know, you're not in sync with your environment and you're not in sync with the universe. Get in harmony and you will be and you will remember who you are. Okay, meditate, take no thought, go within yourself. Nothing can exist unless or until someone is looking at at it. Okay, like I told you, until you collapse the fucking wave, you know, nothing happens basically. Okay. Okay, the Father doesn't activate until you watch, like Christ told you to. I tell you what I tell everyone: watch. Okay, that's how you activate the particle, the God photon. Okay, the God particle everybody's fucking looking for. Okay, so the watch and collapse the wave offering, or accept the wave offering by watching. That's when the real magic fucking happens, people. And you start to participate with the thing you call God. I was looking at a side note I had written there. Sorry. I was in hesitation mode there because I was reading a side note. Let's see. What else? Anyways, yeah, really check into Bill Donahue, people. You know, that guy's got an enormous amount of knowledge, too. And when you guys go into a dark room, you know, you're basically trying to throw the switch, get that Ark of the Covenant going on, you know, get that spark. It's an arc, an electrical brain. You're an electrical chemical system. So that Ark of the Covenant is that arc going from the left to the right hemisphere and getting you fucking, you know, back in the right frequency. Okay? Um, wave. Anyways, yeah, when you collapse the wave, that's when you know, the magic really happens and you start to participate with that thing you call God. I said that already. Throw on the switch, turns on. Let's see. By inquiring within yourself, you will change your desire to watch yourself. Okay, so you won't be looking at yourself in the mirror so much. You'll be looking within yourself. Okay, and then you'll get unconsumed with the body, basically. Okay, watch is when you enter meditation, go to a dark room, and you're not looking for anything or trying to see anything. Okay, nothing is nothing in the universe exists until it's being watched. Okay, by watching yourself, you collapse the wave, and the DNA changes. It starts changing. Okay, from Eta, um, from Eta Carina will come right into your body. So this frequency, like I said, these frequencies are happening now out here. If you wonder why there's so much chaos out here and shit, it's because nobody's in harmony. Well, there's not, like, don't can't shouldn't say nobody. There's not very many people in frequency with the harmony of what's going on in the universe. Okay, so that's why all the crazy shit's happening to everybody. Okay. But yeah, when you collapse that wave, then Eta Carina, that's supernova 1987A, Eta Carina, in the eye in the sky that's on fire, the single eye in the sky that's on fire, you know, that looks like the all-seeing eye, that all the symbolism you see around everywhere, you know what I mean, is up there throwing its light particles, its photons down right now. Okay, and you're trying to catch them, and when you go into meditation, that's when you collapse the wave and watch, and that's what you're trying to collect. Okay, and that's when you're gonna fucking remember who the fuck you are. In quantum physics, the light or the wave is observed, and when it is observed to a particle, oh shit. Okay, I didn't finish my thought there, but my mind works faster than my hand sometimes, so I'll think I finished a sentence and I don't. Sometimes I even leave words out. That's why I struggle sometimes. If you see me struggling, it's because I've left a word out or I didn't finish the whole word, like photon earlier. That's why. Um, yeah, are you surprised I remembered photon earlier that I fumbled up on? You know, oh, he smokes so much weed. Yeah, but it doesn't fucking phase me. Like I said, that shit's medicine. That's why they don't want you to have it. Okay? Let's see. Anyways, when you're observing it, it collapses to a particle. I think that was the end of the thought. Okay? And that's when, the God shit happens. Um, in Revelations, you know, 11:1. I got 7:1 written here too. Um, check out Revelation 7:1. I'm not going to say anything there because I don't know what the fuck I wrote down here. So, Acts, Revelation 7:1 and Revelations 11:1. And Acts 7:48. The Most High dwells. And I didn't finish that, but like I said, I'm sure in darkness it's going to say. But Revelations 21:17 is 144 cubits. There's that number 9 again. You got 144,000 genes in the body. Okay, there's 144,000. There's that number 9 again. Okay, me, the Bible says, there shall be no God before me. Well, ME equals magnetic electric. Just so you know. Okay? Cain is the left hemisphere of the brain, and Abel would be the right hemisphere of the brain. Okay? And that's why, Cain killed Abel. And now you're walking with a motherfucking cane because you're not able to do anything because Cain is keeping you down here in the lower wants and desires. Cain is the devil, if you want to use that allegory. Cain is the devil keeping you down here, on your left shoulder, that little devil. Hey, yeah, do this, man. You know, and keeping you, out here sucking and fucking and doing all this other shit. I better wrap it up. Damn, another fucking 40-minute video. Sorry these are so long, guys, but I want to make sure you understand it, you know what I mean? And I want to explain things in detail. And give me a call, guys, 480-233-7779. Wholeness, Balance, and Vibrations. Let me just throw that out there before my film ends. Anyways, Cain is male and Abel is female. Okay, so there's the positive and the negative again. Okay. Do you walk with the cane or are you able to walk by yourself? And like I said, we all got to walk by ourselves. Okay. Do you walk with the cane or are you able to walk by yourself? Let's see. You got the Cain fields. Cain was a tiller of the fields, of the soil. Okay, the soil is your lower earth, your base chakra is your earth chakra, you know what I mean? And that's the soil. He is the representation of an energetic fuck, I fucking missed a sentence there, it looks like. Energetic. Let's see. He is representing in an energetic. It's vibrating again. I don't know what that means when it does that, but let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cain was an allegory. He kept planting the same thing. You keep, like I said, if you do what you've always done, you'll be what you've always been. Nothing changes unless you change it. Okay, so Cain was energetic for or an allegory for you know your lower wants and desires. Fuck, I just lost what I was gonna say. Damn it. Uh, And oh yeah, you keep planting the same seeds over and over again and expecting, you're planting tomato seeds and expecting, oranges to come up, you know what I mean? Or you're planting, oranges and expecting, pineapples to come up, you know what I mean? You keep planting the same seed over and over, keep planting tomato seeds, and expecting something different. It's like, everybody says the the true definition of crazy is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. The true definition of crazy is repeating the same process over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And that's what Cain is doing. When you're in the lower wants and desires and constantly there, you're fucking, you know, sucking and fucking and partying and not meditating, not cleansing your temple, not doing any of this. You're staying in there, you're killing Abel, you know. So, and you're planting the same seeds and the same crops. From the same seeds, you're going to get the same shit. So, you're going to get the same harvest, okay? And that's why, the Father's displeased because, you know, you're not doing it, you know. He wasn't planning anything new. He was doing the same old shit, and that's you doing the same old shit. He kept planting, weed after weed after weed after weed after weed after weed after weed, you know, instead of hemp, you know, that was going to heal you, instead of DMT, that was going to open your thought process. Let's see. And that's why the father was displeased because he was planting anything. Let's see. Da, 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 we're going to have to. If you hang out with the Canaanites, that's what you're going to be, and that's what you're going to get. Abel is the shepherd, and she brings the living, because I told you that's the feminine. She brings the the living creation, the soul. That's why the God is pleased, you know, because like I said, that corpus colostrum in musicians and artists is a fatter bundle of nerves than the normal, being, because they're using their creative ability more than you are. Okay, you're being a silly human slave where they're using their creative ability within them to make them money. You know what I mean? And have be prosperous. And they're using their current wisely. Okay, and that's why they're getting lots of currency, because the way they're using their current, they're properly using it. Okay, and the more, like I said, the more you go into meditation, the more creative you're going to be. Okay. Achman's razor is the simplest explanation, tends to be the truth. When you have two laws of probability of the way it could be, you know, either explanation could be it. They both sound good. The simplest explanation tends to be the truth. And sorry if I'm shaking a lot with the camera, folks. I just noticed I'm doing that. And I noticed I say okay a lot too. you know, I don't know why I do that, but I'm going to try to cut down on that. Okay. Let's see. You know, like I said, tell people in one of my stories, it's a game you're here playing. This one is the one we are all God, all knowing, playing a game of we're not God, not all knowing. Okay, that's the game we're playing right now. Is we're not God, we're not all knowing, and we're fixing to cut off. Anyways, wholeness, love, balance, vibrations. I guess I'm gonna come into part 5 with this. I should be wrapping it up pretty soon. So, anyways, I love you all. I'm Rick James, bitches, and I approve this message. Give me a call, people. Don't be afraid. You know. Anyways, I love you all.